Greetings, YouTube. I recently spoke about Dr. Rahina Ibrahim, a Malaysian national who was prevented from entering the United States because she was erroneously placed on a no-fly list. And she sued the U.S. government, but she was not allowed to testify in court on that case because she was on a no-fly list. Like as I said, it was Kafkaesque in its nature, or Orwell would have been proud. Well, a judge has decided that the action taken by the TSA was wrong, and that because they screwed up, they have to fix this. But they also said, let me pull this one up, the plaintiff has standing to challenge the no-fly listing and practices, and all of the government's arguments to the contrary are overruled. It says that they have to amend the situation as quickly as possible because the government's current administrative remedies, such as they are, don't do this. They are unconstitutional, so they have to make this amends quickly as possible. And you don't even know if you're really on the list or not, or why you're on the list or not. There's no transparency of any kind whatsoever. And as I said in the past, I feel that the no-fly list has a place for people who are convicted of attempted terrorism, or are being currently they're currently in trial for attempted terrorism or terrorism. And those are the only circumstances I believe a person should be put on a no-fly list. And this list should be 100% transparent. And as soon as a person has been found innocent, they've been acquitted of a crime, they need to be taken off it immediately and their name expunged from the system completely. And it's nice to know that a judge stepped up and said, no, you can't bar this individual, you can't do this, you have to make amends immediately. In this particular case, it's great. But we still have no transparency. We still don't know why people are being put on the list. We are probably going to have to fight this one case at a time, which shouldn't be required. We should have somebody stepping in and saying, no, you can't do this. I'm just not imagining that our legislative branch is going to do that, because anyone who does that is going to be seen as soft on terrorism. So that's not going to be something that any politicians want to get behind, unless they're an actual progressive, and they are as rare as hen's teeth in the United States. Most of our politicians are either conservative or regressive. And yes, I'm speaking of the Democrats as well. So it's good to know in this particular case that Dr. Ibrahim is going to see justice and will be taken off the list and will be able to travel to and from the United States in the near future. But it's a pity that she had to sue, and it's a pity that this is going to have to be done one case at a time. My only hope is that people will keep suing, and like water drops, enough of them will melt away a mountain. So maybe we can eventually wear away the TSA until it is a shadow of its current self and is meaningless in action as it is a part of security theater. Because the TSA isn't you doing anything useful. It's not helping at all. Just like the NSA's blanket sweep in of cell phone calls has amounted to perhaps one terrorist plot, and even that's questionable. So kudos for Dr. Ibrahim. I hope that she can now fly freely, and I hope that in the future none of us ends up on a list that we can't see.